Hey guys, it's about the second weekend of March. I'm just in here in the garage working on the boat. You know, I wanted to be on the water last weekend, but it was ice on the lake, you know, about 8 inches last weekend. I was out there ice fishing. Thought maybe I'd get up here this weekend, there'd be nice open water and I'd be out there fishing, but that didn't happen. It's about 28 degrees out right now. Highs, low 30s, upper 20s all next week, so it's going to still be a few weeks before I get out up here. You know, I might be able to run down to Indiana, you know, Fort Wayne way, and might be able to fish Cedarville or something, but for now it's just too cold to be doing much anything out there. Yeah, so I'm just rigging the boat up. Well, it's already rigged, but I'm just, you know, getting all my stuff ready. So I just thought I'd give you guys a quick overview of how I'd organize everything. Have everything laid out. You know, a couple people asked me about it, so I thought this would be the best way to show y'all. First off, the boat. It's a Tracker ProTeam 190 TX. It's about just shy of 19 feet long. It is an aluminum boat, although I'll show you up here. It does have a pretty steep V, so it does ride, very well in rough water. I mean, I fish, you know, being up north here, I'm only about a half hour from Lake Erie, and I fish Erie, you know, a good amount. And I don't really worry too much about running out on the big lake. You know, if I get into real heavy, you know, 4s, 5s, 6s, then it starts getting rough, and I normally won't stay out on that. But you know, stuff less than that, it's pretty smooth ride. You know, it's not going to have the ride of a big, you know, Z21 or a big walleye boat, but you know, it for what I need to do, it does well. And it's also, you know, where I mainly fish in these smaller lakes, I can get in a lot of places those big guys can't. Motor, it's a 90 horsepower Mercury Optimax. I'm running a 19 pitch Mercury Spitfire prop. I'm just ordered a Laser 2 20 pitch. That's a 3-blade stainless prop. That should give me a little better performance when I get on the, you know, the lakes where I need a little bit more speed. You know, speed's not a big deal with this style of boat, but you know, a few extra mile an hour isn't going to hurt at all. But I do like that Spitfire though when I'm running the bigger water, because it is a 4-blade and it does give me a little better bite and holds on some of those big waves. So I'll show you in the boat sort of how I have everything laid out. The back here, bilge area, might be a little hard to see. It's gonna be dark in there. There's my gas tank up top, you see, and then let me turn this way. There's my 3 batteries. The one up there, that's a Interstate 24 size. It's my cranking battery, and then I've got 2 Interstates 27 size. Those are my trolling motor batteries, obviously. Running a 24-volt system. Weighing bags, I just throw them back there. Top of the gas tank. Easy to get at when I need them, and they, you know, you don't really need them much except when you're going up the weigh-in, so those work good there. We'll move back a little bit. Come back here. The back deck, right behind the passenger seat, I've got a little storage bin that I actually put a little bit of insulation up there, and it's all foam around it. This boat's foam filled, so that works really well as a cooler. I use that as my cooler. That little liner pulls out, you can dump the water out real easy. Go over here, here's my live well. Pretty big live well, you know, it works well for what I need. You're not going to hold 2 25-pound sacks in there, but you know, an average sack of fish, I've had over 20 pounds in there and holds up well. That's just a little culling tag holder I built. It's out of a piece of angle aluminum, screwed it on there. It holds the culling tags well. The live well does have a recirc, a pump in and a pump out, as well as, you know, the standard aerate, which is bring clean water in. So that helps to keep your fish alive all day. I do use Rejuvenade. Sometimes a bag of ice too in the summer. That helps things out a little bit. You come over behind the driver's seat here, another storage compartment. I keep all spinner baits in there. I've got 4 boxes of spinner baits. You know, I've got them organized by size, 3/8. Here's half, and I got smaller spinner baits. Then a box of buzz baits. That works well for that. Under the seats, also storage. Utilize that as well. Got the driver's seat here. You know, I keep fishing tools, spare culling equipment. You know, I've got my scale. There's extra maps, my licenses, everything I need to keep dry. Spare trolling motor props jammed up under there. Stuff that I don't really have to get at a whole lot, but it's pretty easy to get to. Here's the middle compartment where I took that seat out. You know, I've got like my tire pressure gauge, jig eye cleaner in a bag there. Sunglasses, got 2 pairs of sunglasses, extra line. In this box I just keep, you know, miscellaneous stuff, scents, dyes, extra treble hooks, spare pliers, split rings, stuff like that in there. And that's just in a little snap tight box. Keeps everything nice and dry. This side under the passenger seat, I got rope. That blue thing is my rain suit. You know, I dig down in here. I got cold weather gear, hats, gloves. Actually, there's my spare prop that I keep. And I've got all the, you know, prop wrench, block of wood, all that's under there. In case I do need to change that prop on the water, and that has happened a couple times, so I'm glad I've had that one. Back at the console here, obviously your standard gauges, tack, fuel, water pressure, all that kind of stuff. I'm running a Humminbird 898 side imaging unit right there. I really like the Humminbirds. I am switching over to Lowrance, but Humminbirds work really well as well. Got my name on the boat. So that's about, I did put a little old rod strap down there, hold a marker buoy. It works well, it's easy to get at when you need it. Right here on the side of the console, I've made a little tool holder. This might be hard to see with the sun on it. I just took a piece of angle aluminum, drilled some holes, got your boomerang tool, cut your braid. I got a pair of pliers, pair of scissors, and I got extra tools like I said in there. Moving up to the front deck, we'll go start up front here. Trolling motor, that's a Motor Guide Tour, 82 pounds thrust, 24 volt. I've got another marker buoy right there behind the HDS. That one I sort of camouflage, makes it a little bit harder for other people to see. Sometimes it's harder for me to see. I've lost it a few times. And then the Lowrance HDS 7. That is Lake Insight, and it obviously is transducers on the trolling motor there. I'm planning on getting a Lowrance HDS 8 for the console. When I get that and put that on, those two will be synced together. We move back. Like I said, nice big deck on the boat. A lot of room, very stable. I'll show you my boxes, my compartments here. They're pretty stuffed. The port side, got my life vest in there. It might be a little bit hard to see because it's dark, but this is mainly my soft plastics and terminal tackle side. You know, I got all my terminal tackle. I used to just keep it in a big 370 box, but that just got, you know, stuff would shift compartments on me, and especially in rough water, I'd end up getting all my hooks mixed up. It was really a pain. So what I've done this year is I got these little Sterilite boxes from Walmart, and I just label them. I've got that one there. I've got 2 more in there, and inside of them, I just put little boxes. And that's how I keep all my terminal tackle. You see my hooks, EWGs. I've got offset, straight shank, tungsten weights, and lead weights, all in that little box. And then the other ones I've got sort of a miscellaneous. You know, I keep some Carolina rig, you know, flipping stuff for the real heavy weights, my pegs, stuff like that. And that top one there is all my finesse. You know, I got a box just of shaky heads, a box of tubes, a box of drop shot, and then a box of my wacky rigging supplies. So it works well, easy to get at. You don't have to worry about stuff, you know, getting all moved around and tangled up. It's all very easy to get at. And I did the same thing with my my plastics this year. Last year I had them in one big Tupperware bin, and I put each of the bags in a little Ziploc bag and try to organize them that way. But you know, my worms would get folded, and then you pull them out and they're crooked, and it just wasn't any good. So what I've done this year is I got a whole bunch of these just little boxes, and I have them all labeled. Havoc flipping baits. There's all my Pit Bosses, Crossbaddies, Devil Spears, stuff like that is all in there. All nice and neat, easy to get at. When I need it, I know where it is. And then I have everything else labeled. And I got flukes, tubes, finesse worms. You know, there's stuff up front there too. And then I do keep a small bag of, a couple bags of extra stuff. Like these are my, I call them mega worms. You know, 10, 12-inch worms. I don't use a whole lot up here at least. So those are easy to get at as well. And it all goes back pretty easy. You just sort of put everything in, shut the lid, you're good to go. Oh, I forgot about Cook's go-to tackle storage system right there. Makes it easy, you know, baits I'm using throughout the day. Soft plastics, hook the bag up there, I'm good to go. Middle box is my rod box. It's a rod box. There's not much to it. There's some rod tubes up there they go into. I got about 25 rods in there, and there's still room for more. So it's a good size rod box. Keeps everything nice and neat. I do use rod gloves. I can reach in, pull out what I need, not get all tangled up. And if you can see that little red down there, that's a lure wrap I do put on my umbrella rigs, just so they don't get all tangled up with everything. You pull an umbrella rig out, you get about 15 other rods with it before. Those lure wraps keep it nice and simple. Now over to the other side here, another Cooks, and then this is all my hard bait. It's sort of hard to see with the light here, but I've got that all labeled. Jigs, crankbaits, jerk baits, top water, any of that stuff is in there. Up under there, I've got some more, extra skirts, spinnerbait accessories, my Alabama rig box, jig and spoons and blade baits, stuff like that. Up front, more boxes of plastics. These are just my 4-inch Senkos. All they're easy to get at. Bass Pro Shop straight worms, so your mag finickies, your finickies, your Bass Pro style Senkos, and then here's just my straight tail worms in general. So any other brand like Yamamoto, Gander Mountains on top there. Any of your straight worms, those are all there. And under these, you can't really see it, but I got extra life vest, anchor rope, stuff like that. Anything I would need that I don't really need to get at right away. So that's pretty much the boat. There is my GPS receiver for the Humminbird on the back. And other than that, it's it's a great boat. I love it. Easy to tow. Pull up behind an F-150 and I get great gas mileage with it. So that's the boat, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll be doing some more videos shortly, going over some tackle and stuff that I've been asked about. So there's the garage. Brand new garage. Just been in here about 3 months. Works well. Got all my stuff. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys later.